So protein synthesis has two steps, and that's transcription and translation. We're going to start with transcription, and that in itself has 3 steps inside of it, which is initiation, elongation, and termination. So initiation is when RNA polymerase binds to a region of the gene called a promoter, and I actually forgot to put this part, which really sucks, but basically that signals to start the whole process. So it splits up, and then elongation starts, and that's when the mRNA actually starts forming, and in this case the mRNA is the black strand. So now we've got this totally new thing, which is uracil. Now uracil is going to actually bind to adenine, but any thymine that was still there is going to bind to the adenine still, which is pretty cool. And then guanine and cytosine still bond no matter what. So when the mRNA is done, it just kind of falls off, and then that little cotton ball you see is the 5' cap, and then a poly A tail, which is that little yellow on the very end, is also added. So now the mRNA gets to move from that really boring black paper, which was the nucleus, to this super cool green paper, which is the cytoplasm. The mRNA isn't really done. It has a bunch of introns and exons, and basically we don't need the introns. They just get thrown away. We don't need it. Now that it's done, though, it can go on over to the ribosome. So the ribosome has these 3 little sections, and that's the E site, P site, and A site. Basically everything's going to go to the P site first. So that sparkly little mess you see is tRNA. And tRNA has anticodons, which connect to the codons on the mRNA, and that's just basically going to tell you which amino acid you need, and it's going to bring it to the P site. We basically just keep going down the line. So a new tRNA comes to the A site, and that's going to have the anticodons that match up with the codons in the mRNA. So the amino acid that was in the P site is going to go to the one in the A site, and that's all going to move down one. So now that has 2 amino acids, and the one in the E site has none, so it just kind of gets thrown away. And now we're going to get a brand new one in A, and same thing's going to happen. It's just going to move down the line. We have another useless one, gets thrown away. Now we have this super long chain of amino acids. I forgot to say it earlier, but that's also the 3 stages of translation. Initiation was when the ribosome connected to the mRNA, elongation was when the ribosome moved along to make the amino acid chain, and termination was when it was told to stop. Also, when the amino acids are done, that long chain is called a polypeptide chain. So that polypeptide chain is actually going to have to go through some editing before it's completely done, but when it is done, then we have this sparkly little thing that I'm calling my protein. Yay!